Hi, I'm Chelsea, and today we're going to be talking about sinus rhythms. Through our previous modules, we've already talked about how the electrical conduction system works, how the heart's mechanics works, the anatomy and physiology of the heart. So now we're going to be talking about how the electrical and mechanical function work together. We've already covered what it correlates to on the ECG tracing. So now when we put multiple ECG tracings together, they create a heart rhythm, and we're going to go over our sinus rhythms. Our objectives are to understand how to determine a heart rate, learn what sinus ECGs are and what variations of ECGs are, know the rules for understanding sinus ECGs, and know the difference between the sinus ECGs. The first thing we need to do is determine what our heart rate is. So the easiest way to do this is by using a 6-second strip. We can determine a 6-second strip, one, by these tickers that are on the top of the strips. Each ticker is 1 second apart, and each of these little bit taller ones are 3 seconds apart. So it would be 1, 2, 3 seconds, 4, 5, 6 seconds, or we have 3 seconds, 6 seconds. If you do not have tickers on the top of your ECG strip, you can create your own. So we would make a mark on this dark line and then count 5 big boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This makes 1 second. Let's show 5 more boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This makes 2 seconds. And we would continue that till we got a 6-second strip. Let's now look at the top ECG tracing, and we'll determine what the heart rate is on this 6-second strip. So we're going to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 beats in our 6 seconds. So let's multiply the 5 beats by 10. That gives us 50 beats in 60 seconds. So our heart rate would be 50 beats per minute. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beats in 6 seconds times 10 would give us 50 beats in 60 seconds. So it gives us 50 beats per minute. Let's try that again on this bottom ECG. Keep in mind that no beats that come before and no beats that come after our 6-second strip matter. Only the beats in the middle. So we're going to start our 6-second strip here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 beats between our 6 seconds, so that gives us 120 beats per minute. 12 times 10 is 120, so we have 120 beats per minute. There's one other way to determine what the heart rate is. You can see that on this middle strip. So if we start with an R wave that is directly on one of our big box lines, the first box after that would be 300 beats per minute if we had an R wave there. The following, if the R wave fell, would be 150 beats per minute. The next one, 100 beats per minute. Then 75, 60, and 50 beats per minute. For this particular EKG tracing, we'll start at this R wave, 300, 150, 100, 75, and 60. This R wave falls between the 75 and the 60, so we'll call this about 70 beats per minute. I prefer counting on the 6-second strip because it's a little bit easier. It gives you a little bit of a guesstimate. It's close enough, but it does not involve the math and trying to remember exactly what line lands where. So to me, this way is a little harder, but some people prefer it. Normal sinus rhythm. So we know that these are sinus rhythms because they're generated in the sinus node of the heart, which means that they're going to all have P waves. So we do have a P wave. Our PP interval is regular. Our PR interval is regular. Our RR interval is regular. Our PR interval is normal between 0.12 and 0.2 seconds. Our QRS complex is regular between 0.04 to 0.12 seconds. And the heart rate is 60 to 100 beats per minute. If you think back to going over the different parts of the electrical system of the heart, the intrinsic rate for the sinus node is 60 to 100 beats per minute. So it makes sense that a normal sinus rhythm would be 60 to 100 beats per minute. And here's our example normal sinus rhythm. So if you look at our EKG strip, we do have 1 P. Our P's are regular. There's 1 P for every QRS. The PR intervals are normal. Our RR intervals are normal. Our PR is less than 1 big box. Our QRS is less than 3 big boxes. And our heart rate is within the sinus area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 70 beats per minute. That is between 60 and 100. So here's an example normal sinus rhythm strip. Our next rhythm is going to be sinus bradycardia. We know that it's sinus because we have P waves that are upright and normal. Our PP intervals are regular, the RR intervals are regular, the PR intervals are regular. Our PR is between 0.12 and 0.2 seconds. Our QRS is between 0.04 and 0.12 seconds. But now the difference between sinus bradycardia and normal sinus rhythm is that the heart rate is between 40 and 60 beats per minute. Bradycardia means slow. So when the heart rate is slower than 60, we're going to have a bradycardic rhythm. And our sinus bradycardia is between 40 and 60 beats per minute. Here's our example sinus bradycardia strip. If you see, it looks very similar to the normal sinus rhythm strip. It has all the same rules as the normal sinus rhythm strip. The difference is that our heart rate is slower. So for this strip, our heart rate is 1, 2, this is a longer, the heart rate's 37, so this is severely bradycardic. It tells you at the top, but there's no hashtags. Even if we were to consider this a 6-second strip, our heart rate would be 50, if we were assuming. If we do our little hashtags, we'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 1 beat in 2 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 3 beats in 4 seconds. So we're right, the end of a 6-second strip would be about here, which is right before the 40 beats per minute. Sinus tachycardia. Tachycardia means fast. So we have all the same rules as our normal sinus rhythm until we get to the heart rate. Our heart rate's now going to be between 100 and 150 beats per minute. So we still have P waves. Our PP intervals are still regular. Our RR intervals are still regular. Our PR intervals are still regular. Our PR intervals are still normal, between 3 and 5 small boxes, or between 0.12 and 0.2 seconds. Our QRS complexes are still normal, between 1 and 3 small boxes, 0.04 seconds to 0.12 seconds. Just the heart rate's fast now, between 100 and 150 beats per minute. Here's our exemplar for sinus tachycardia. If you look at the top of this EKG strip, it is nicely marked for us into a 6-second strip. So you'll notice we do have P waves. Our P's are normal, our R's are normal. Our PR interval is less than 1 big box. Our QRS is less than 3 big boxes. And let's figure our heart rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So our heart rate for this EKG strip would be 140 beats per minute. In conclusion, sinus rhythms all have a normal upright P wave, a regular PP interval, a regular PR interval, a regular RR interval. Our PR interval is between 0.12 and 0.2 seconds. The QRS complex is between 0.04 seconds and 0.12 seconds. And then our heart rates vary. The sinus bradycardia is 40 to 60 beats per minute. Our normal sinus rhythm is 60 to 100 beats per minute. And our sinus tachycardia is 100 to 150 beats per minute. If you have any questions, please contact me. Have a great day. Thank you for your time.